Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Jake from TodaysiPhone.com, and here's your TIP Daily for April 4th, 2013. Okay, so let's start off today with some next generation iPhone rumors. GS and Marina got their hands on some pictures of what they're claiming is the iPhone 5S, and as you can see, it looks really different from the iPhone 5. The whole body, front and back, is curved. Now, if you remember a while back, we talked about a patent that Apple filed for a device that looks almost identical to the ones in these pictures with the curved front and the back. That being said, there are thousands of Apple patents out there that never ever get made into real products, and looking at the pictures, as Cam pointed out, the screen doesn't look like a screen. The pictures look a lot more like mock-ups made on the computer than it does of an actual product, and even if this is a picture of an actual thing, it's certainly not a working model. If I had to guess, I'd say that this is definitely not legit, but you never know with Apple, and with these sorts of leaks, you know, sometimes they're right on the money and sometimes they couldn't be more wrong. So definitely take this with a grain of salt, but it's interesting nonetheless. Okay, moving on, we've been talking about Apple's rumored streaming radio service for a long time now, but today it finally seems like it could become an actual thing pretty soon. According to a report from CNET, which cites sources close to the negotiations, Apple is in talks with two major record labels and could ink a deal with these labels as early as next week. The two labels in question, Warner Music and Universal Music Group, are getting offered some pretty great things if this report is legit. First of all, the per-stream rates for songs would be about half that of Pandora, and also Apple is really touting the built-in user base of iTunes to really get this thing off the ground. And you know, they could integrate things like seamless one-click purchases of a song you hear on the radio service you could buy right away through iTunes, which would definitely boost iTunes downloads and sales for both Apple and the record labels. There's also talk of a new Apple-branded audio advertisement system that would launch with this iRadio streaming service, and it's possible that Apple could cut the record labels in on revenue from that as well. Now, it's worth noting that these anonymous sources said that nothing is set in stone and that the deal is very tenuous, and you know, there's a chance it could fall apart before it's signed, but you know, even this tenuous, sort of like not very certain deal is the most news we've had on iRadio, or the most concrete news that we've had on the service in a long time. We also have a couple bits of information about what the service could actually look like. There wouldn't be on-demand streaming like Spotify Premium, which is kind of a bummer, but unlike Pandora Radio, you will have the ability to restart a song, which is definitely good news. And I'm sure Apple could find a bunch of other ways to make it as appealing to the iTunes audience as possible. And finally, this week, Matt takes a look at an awesome jailbreak tweak called Weather Icon 6. Now, what this tweak does is bring live, usable weather information right to the weather icon on your home screen, basically turning into a sort of weather widget, so you can just look at your home screen and the weather for the day will be updated right on the icon. No need to open an application or go into Notification Center. It's definitely a really cool idea, so if you're interested, you can check out Matt's video in the link in the description down below. Okay, well that's all the big news for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Your question of the day today is, do you think it's possible that an iRadio service could launch as early as this summer, or is this just yet another rumor that gets us excited and doesn't really pay off? You can let me know in the comment section down below or on Twitter at TIP_Jake. Please don't forget the links to everything I talked about in this video in the description down below, so definitely check those out. And as always, for more news, views, and reviews, don't forget to hit up TodaysiPhone.com.